Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be going over the recently revealed PlayStation 5 Showcase live stream event that recently came out. So first off, let's go ahead and go over the price point and the launch date of the PS5, and then we'll go ahead and highlight some of the more interesting games that I personally did enjoy checking out. So first off, as far as the price point for the PS5, you'll see that there are two versions. The one that has the disc drive is $499 and the digital edition is $399. So basically $100 is the price point difference to have the actual CD drive. Now this is actually a pretty big deal for some people, as some games in the PS4 you really couldn't get digitally, you had to just physically order them. Especially it really comes down to a lot of those games with the anime girls, those big personalities. Like there's a code that you'll have to unlock, and if you get them digitally you'll have to basically have a different region on a PSN account. It's just kind of more of a hassle, so for that reason alone I'm probably going to be picking up the one that does have the disc drive over here. But I'm curious to know which one will you guys be getting, and also the release date, November 12th. So I think a lot of people just wanted to go ahead and have that information, but I want to go ahead and show you guys gameplay of the newer games coming out here. Now I'm not going to show off the entirety of every single game that was revealed here. I'm just going to go ahead and show kind of, let's say, highlights over here, while I also have Sonic in the background so we don't get copy striked over here. But the first game that I want to go ahead and highlight is the Spider-Man game. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen multiple different gameplays and showcasings of this game, but it looks so dang good, and I'm hoping that this game will be just as good as the previous Spider-Man, if not better. And it looks really good. And as far as the games go, there really wasn't too many games that actually had like gameplay. Some of these are just more so announcements of new titles that will be coming to the PS5 and kind of a release date. And what I mean by kind of a release date is 2021. That's all the information that's given with some of the games, like the new God of War game that did also get announced. There really isn't too much in terms of the gameplay department for that. But if you guys do want to go ahead and watch the full gameplay of every single thing that I will be covering, I will be pinning the full like it's an hour-plus long event down below, but this is going to be like kind of a snippets of it, and I'll also be mentioning some of the games that you guys will be seeing here in the future on this channel, as I'm going to go ahead and highlight the games that I'm personally interested in. This one we will 100% be playing on the channel. Spider-Man, it looks good, it looks very fast and super action based gameplay over here, and I like faster paced games, so this game is definitely going to be on my radar. But moving on to the next game I want to go ahead and highlight over here is actually Final Fantasy. This one does show off a little bit of gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it to like the actual gameplay sections, as there's obviously going to be lots of cutscenes in this, but the game looks fast, and it looks like you're going to be able to kind of have like these blink attacks as well, and I like it. I recently played the Final Fantasy remake that they did for FF7. I liked it, and hopefully this will be another great game from Square. So yeah, you can see the game visually definitely does look pretty impressive, I would say, with all the little particles and stuff. But for me, I'm more about gameplay than really graphics, but the game does look very impressive over here. But yeah, new Final Fantasy game will be coming out as well. And then this one is actually Resident Evil. This is also another announcement. This one, I'm gonna just skim through. There's really not too much to check out in the Resident Evil. They do show off some of the game's visuals. Oh, we'll get into Call of Duty here in a moment. The most important thing with the Call of Duty thing I want to show, and with Resident Evil, unfortunately they're gonna copy strike, so I'm not gonna be playing that one. But most importantly, they did announce the alpha for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and this game looks awesome. I'll briefly show you guys what the heck the gameplay looks like, as it's just absolutely amazing here. I'll play this one over here because this one's not going to get copy strike, because Activision's chill with that usually. But like I said, with the Capcom games, they will copy strike you if you go ahead and upload it. So I will mention though that there is Devil May Cry 5 new special edition, which it's always fun to go ahead and check out. But the Call of Duty Cold War alpha will be happening in just 2 days. I was not expecting that, so that's kind of a highlight for me personally, and we'll be definitely showing you guys gameplay of it. I will be doing it on a PS4 Pro, so hopefully it'll look just as good as the PS5, but we'll have to wait and see once Digital Foundry eventually uploads the comparisons here. But it's pretty cool. You'll see that there is this like cool little sniper scope. This is mostly for single player. There's no way they would add this to multiplayer. It would just be simply way too slow. But you'll see once he takes the shot over here, and kind of seeing some of the newer stuff that they're adding into this year's Call of Duty game. at least for the single player. I'm again guessing you can't do some of these things in multiplayer, which is totally understandable. So, I mean, it just looks like a Call of Duty game. There's not anything visually that's super impressive compared to, let's say, Modern Warfare 2019. But you guys can see, you can pick up a guy, kind of use him as a shield. He throws a grenade in his pocket, pushes him back. For me, again, I don't care too much about the graphics. I was seeing the comments while I was watching this live. People were saying that this game visually wasn't impressive. I think it looks good enough for me personally. Does it look next gen? I don't know. It probably wasn't necessarily built specifically for it, as we're kind of in this transitional phase. But one thing I do want to go ahead and highlight is for 10 more bucks, you can get the PS4 and PS5 edition of this game. So that is something to kind of look forward to as well. But visually, you guys can let me know if you guys think this game is super bad. Because again, I just was reading the comments and so many people were complaining about this game visually. I don't not think this game looks that bad. Now, some of the animations of like the mounting and stuff, they look better in Modern Warfare 2019, at least from this little showcase that they did over here from the alpha, but it's fine with me. As long as the game is fun, that's what really matters for me at the end of the day. But the next thing I want to go ahead and highlight, this is the new God of War game. It's just basically an announcement. You'll see this little like logo here, and then it'll just say Ragnarok 2021. I was really excited for the new God of War game, as I really liked a lot of the older God of War games. The newer one was okay for me. I liked that it was a lot more fast-paced back in like the previous God of War games, and you had all these special abilities and stuff. But hopefully the next one will have a little bit more depth with the combat and be a lot faster. Again, it just says Ragnarok, and then it says 2021 is all it shows. But that's another game that we will definitely be playing on the channel as well. Now the next one over here is actually Demon Souls. This is going to be showcasing off the new game, and this game, I would say, in terms of visuals, this game probably does look the most impressive and the most next gen. Although keep in mind, this is taken from a live stream that I'm now recording and then re-uploading, so you know, obviously it might not look as good when you guys are watching this versus actually playing the game, as you know, you'll definitely see these little particle effects when you're getting these souls absorbed into you. It looks cool. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward some of these just so I can show you guys maybe like the boss fight over here, as that is kind of the highlight of let's say this gameplay over here. As we'll walk over to the room. Okay, there we go. Here's more of the highlights here. I think this game looks really good. This is a game where I personally am not a fan of slower paced games, but I can definitely respect them, and I wanted to show you guys this like regardless of if I was going to be playing this game on the channel or not, because these games, it's not necessarily that they're too hard, it's more so I really enjoy fast paced games like Devil May Cry or like that new Spider-Man game. But yeah, Demon Souls is looking very good on PS5. This is another one of those like highlight games that I think a lot of people are interested in. Now this one over here it's technically a PS5 game. It's Deathloop. This is a game that I'm very interested in, as I'm a huge fan of Arcane Studios. They did Dark Messiah, Might and Magic, which that game definitely needs a sequel. Or like Dishonored. I love these games. It's kind of like a FPS game with a lot of really awesome abilities to go ahead and assassinate and like launch an enemy up in the air and you kill them with style. It has like a lot of style points. So this is another game that I'll be looking forward to playing as well. Again, this one's not anything new that was announced, but I did cover basically the games that were coming out that are new. Now, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, again, this is unfortunately a game. This is Resident Evil, you upload it, you're either going to get hit with a copy strike, but it has virtual gameplay. I've actually already played virtual. You can play him if you get the mod for PC, but this is like an official one, and he'll probably have upgrades again. I'm sorry I can't play it, but there's another announcement over here that is really cool with the PlayStation Plus collection for PS5. So you're going to be able to play a lot of games. I'm going to go ahead and skim through them. So this is the new PlayStation Plus collection that you'll be able to play on the PS5. So you have Bloodborne, Mortal Kombat X, Days Gone, and Until Dawn, and there's also Last of Us and Infamous Second Son, Battlefield 1, Batman Arkham Knight, and that will be available. Persona 5, like I said, I'm skimming through these, but yeah, you'll be able to enjoy a bunch of these and access them at launch, which, I mean, we play on PS5 to play the new games, but again, a lot of these games, they're probably not going to be coming out for quite some time, so we'll have to wait and see with that. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to go ahead and highlight for today's video. And with the price point, I'm kind of curious to know what you guys, my viewers, are going to be picking up. Are you guys mostly interested in the Xbox or PS5? With the price point of the Xbox Series S, which is like the cheaper model, that one, yeah, there's no getting around it. That one is definitely the cheapest out of all of the next generation of consoles. But if you want the flagship one, I'm curious to know which one would you guys get. For me, Personally, as a content creator, I'd always see people saying, yo, you know, what are you going to be getting? Which one do you think is better? Honestly, for me, I don't really care too much about the console itself. What matters the most for me is the actual games. And as a content creator, I'm just going to be picking up both because, of course, if one has an exclusive, I want to play it. And some of the games for Xbox, though, they will be available on PC, but that Game Pass thing is still looking really good for anyone that is interested in like a games subscription service. I think that that will be probably a little bit better, but it all depends on the games that you want to play as well. But anyways, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. Let me know, guys, what you thought of the reveal event too. I was really hoping to see a lot more games that would be revealed here, but yeah, that's the new Final Fantasy game. So basically, it was just Final Fantasy and Spider-Man that I was mostly interested in highlighting. There's also an announcement towards the very end where they show off like Fortnite for next gen, and I'm kind of looking forward to Fortnite, although I'm just going to be playing it on PC anyways. They show it off at the very end. I really can't tell too much of a difference. I'm sure there's some new like ray tracing or visuals, and like, you know what's funny is they announced Fortnite coming to PS5 available at launch, so there's probably going to be a new like update with like the Fortnite 2.0 with, again, it's going to have ray tracing and stuff like that. But anyways, that's pretty much it for like the event. And like I said, if you guys want to watch the full thing, I will be linking it down below, as I basically gave you as a highlights. There's still a few other games that it did not cover, but they aren't necessarily on my radar, or they just showed off literally just a snippet of it, as in, like, you know, there's not really too much to talk about with it. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel here, subscribe, turn on the bell if you'd like to see more new gaming news like this, and obviously we'll be playing some of these games in the future on the channel. But take care, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.